Let's go!
What is the eve of the 10th anniversary of Bloodborne? Sony hires a company to start copyright striking and taking things down that are inflicting on intellectual IP in some way. One of the first things they did was go after Lance McDonald. For you guys that don't know Lance, he created the 60 FPS Bloodborne patch that drops the game to 720p. You can play it on a PS4. He has a PS4 Pro version that I played, and he helped me head it up personally. Talk to him on his stream every once in a while. Super cool dude. Guy's just brilliant, right? And he got Bloodborne running at 60 in a higher resolution. So I played 1080p Bloodborne at 60 FPS. So what happened? Lance has a story. It's worth noting that my Bloodborne 60 FPS patch was Sony requested remove it from the pages, agnostic version of the patch. It was the version used on PS4, PS5, and PC emulator. It doesn't contain any copyright infringing content. It is a patcher. However, I am not interested in arguing my right to distribute the patch. I'm of course legally protected if I chose to repost it, but why would he do that? People can find it if they wanted. So they took down the page that has the patch. I personally am just looking to the future now. The utility itself was useless to most. Yes, the amount of people that were even able to use this thing was minuscule, dude. And if you want like a PS5 that can somehow run unassigned code, it is not easy, dude. You need like ancient firmware. I have one, but it is so expensive. And if you want a piece of hardware that could even do that shit, it will cost you upwards of like $700 to $800. It's not easy to do. So anyway, this is very few people that are even able to engage with this patch or to integrate different tools into Shad for emulation. I contributed in a valuable way to Bloodborne's history. It's done. I have other things I want to do with Bloodborne these days. And while I would have liked to fix a few small bugs in the patch, I am not annoyed. Sony asked me to take it down, the page with the links. So Lance pretty much acknowledges that Sony, or technically it was a third-party company. Mark Scan, a company hired by Sony Interactive. They're the ones that DMCA'd the page and that the Bloodborne patch itself, and now they've DMCA'd an older video about Bloodborne PSX demake, which is weird. Specifically, this company is now going after not just 60 FPS Bloodborne, but also the Bloodborne, I think that's the PSX demake, which was just free. Cool project that an indie dev made later on. We played that, and it was amazing, right? It was not a full experience of Bloodborne, but pretty close to being one. Was wonderful. The same person, they were making a Bloodborne cart, and Sony came after them maybe a year or two ago, had to retitle the game Nightmare Cart. Still very Bloodborne-like, but could not release it in some way, even for free, right? Couldn't even release it for free. And then this happens now, specifically targeting Lance's 60 FPS patch, and specifically targeting Bloodborne PSX demake videos? They might even come after mine. Why is this important? So, number one, 10th anniversary, 2015, early 2015 is when Bloodborne came out. We are now 10 years after the release of the game. We're at a same point where we're on the cusp of, and have been on the cusp of, some massive follow-throughs on PlayStation 4 emulation. You've seen videos on them, I've seen videos on them. The amount of things that they're able to do to Bloodborne on PC with PS4 emulation is astounding. Not many other games are looking like that good, but Bloodborne specifically has such a hardcore fan base and such a absolute frothing desire to get new Bloodborne shit. So many people are helping out, and there's just an astronomical amount of devs working on Shad PS4 Bloodborne emulation. Where that project has come in the past 3 months would blow your mind, dude. Like, they couldn't even render blood in the past few months or have sound effects. And now there's like ray traced lighting and actual sourced lights and all this crazy shit. They have an entirely new lighting engine working in the game. Is it completely done? It's not. But in a month's time, they're gonna have what pretty much looks like a re-release of Bloodborne. Like, you would look at that and be like, damn, did they release Bloodborne? No, that's emulation. God damn. Like, it's getting a special amount of attention because people really give a shit about Bloodborne, especially people that are, you know, in the game development space, because clearly Bloodborne is insanely influential. So it looks incredible. Shad PS4 shit is, I'm almost just waiting. I want to take a step back. I don't want to play it right now just because I want to like wait till it's in a really good spot and everything's just in a solid place and we can check it out. But it doesn't require absolute beast hardware to happen. But we're all concerned now because it feels like this is getting really close to being amazing. Just maybe this is the next step that they could be targeting, which would be truly messed up. The only reason this is happening is because Sony ain't done shit with the franchise that so many people love and has been one of the most influential video game things this side the internet of the past 10 years. Even from the original developers themselves explaining, yeah, we love Bloodborne, it was our favorite game, says Miyazaki and the lead producers and shit, to the point where nothing's happening. That being said, Copium hitting pretty hard in a literal syringe injection into my neck. This seems weird that we are on the cusp of what is the 10th anniversary and also on the cusp of a potential brand new Sony State of Play that is being rumored possibly in the next week or so. And this shit is all happening conveniently, like right around this time frame. You know, I'd hate to say that my insight is that high. I normally would never allude to this. My long-running theory and long-running exclamation is that Sony hates Bloodborne fans and they hate you, but clearly they give a shit because now they're going after them. You would think that this means that they hate Bloodborne fans. But ultimately speaking, if they are going after mods and they're going after demakes and all that kind of shit that uses like Bloodborne IP in some way, it doesn't mean they hate it. It means they're trying to protect it. So why are they trying to protect it now? And yeah, it gets me a little like, all I'm gonna say is that it's weird. In my heart, I'm definitely gonna have some fat ass gift subs I'd like to put down because this seems possible. And I've been saying this for the past 2 years. If there is a place for them to announce some Bloodborne shit, it's the 10th anniversary. If they lose this opportunity, and granted, for plenty of other franchises that just pass by the 10th, 20th, 30th anniversary without a bat of an eye, yeah, that happens. But Bloodborne's like special, bro. Bloodborne is like the PS4 game next to God of War and like Horizon and shit. It's like, it's like Last of Us 2. It's like one of the defining games of the PlayStation 4 generation, so much so that it's pioneering the entire emulation scene. With that being said, if there is a substantial Bloodborne announcement, actual Bloodborne franchise coming back in some way in a unannounced state of play that might be in the next week and a half or so, not a t-shirt, 1,000 gift subs if they actually do something with Bloodborne. PS4 game getting updated in some way. Here's an enhanced version of the game. Sure, that counts. A remake, remaster of it. Sure, like a new SKU. Sure, that counts. There's a PC version. That absolutely counts. It has to be something legitimately substantial. 1,000 gift subs. And if they announce more Bloodborne stuff after that, I will shit a chicken. I've been waiting. It's been up there for a long time. If you want to tune into that state of play, if it either is announced or not announced, I will shit a chicken live on stream. A living, fully feathered chicken live on stream. I will do it. Gonna make sure it happens. Eat it? Hell no. That it's like my child. That's a weird fucking question.